Hello and welcome. Today we have with us architect Nikita Makhasana, an accomplished architect and an urban designer who works at Nitte Institute of Architecture. Uh, Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Can you tell us about your professional journey from? I mean, you worked abroad and India as well.
So it's been an exciting career path. I started actually pretty early in the profession, meaning I started working during my college days with different firms. That kept me really excited about this field of design, which is architecture. And I also came across a lot of inspiring mentors through this journey. But officially, if you ask, I started working at Sanjay Puri Architects in Mumbai. I am from Mumbai, and I started my practice from there. That has given me, opportunities to work in amazing residential, commercial, hospitality projects. So that gave me a very solid grounding on practical experience. Post that, I moved to Ahmedabad when I went to pursue my master's at CEPT in urban design. Post that, I also followed by working in Ahmedabad because it was an interesting space in terms of a lot of urban projects that they do. So I worked at INI Design Studio, and that gave me opportunities to work on large scale public projects. It's then when I realized that it's a very good intersection that architecture and urban design has, and how they come together at this scale of a city. Uh, the turning point would be when I got the opportunity to be in Paris and get an international exposure. So, working with European designers, I would say, gave me a very deeper appreciation of this cross cultural learning. So, lot of interesting ideas on the table, and in the end, you just realize that everyone's human and everyone behaves in the same way. So it's exciting to see how your cities and where you belong makes you behave in a certain way. So very interesting learnings throughout. And now, when I get into academics from practice, it helps me bring the pedagogy and practice together. Which is exciting for me to try when I teach now at Nitte Institute of Architecture.
So you've been awarded Teacher of the Year. So what is like the how do you like what are the crucial aspects of teaching urban design? Like how do you bring it into your curriculum?
So I love to travel, and traveling has been an amazing teaching tool to me as well. So, what we try to do in class is we travel, but we travel ticketless. So, we use Google Earth and we go to street views. We look at cities, we stay to understand what places look like. We come back to class to see how, people behave, how communities are, because it's very important in urban design and in the class of urbanism for students to understand that as architects, they can't just be taken, with this Western trend of designing. So we forget the context a lot of times. And I think in the pedagogy, I try to bring that context as a very important part, that the students have to and should be sensitive of the context in which they are going to design in future. So it is about people, it is about ecology, it is about how spaces respond and how people respond to those spaces. So not just following this copy paste or inspirational model, but to really look through these cities, learn from these cities, and learn with global trends and exposure, and always start with this fresh perspective. So that really helps.
How do you strike the balance between like theoretical learning and practicality?
I'd say fortunately, and it's really nice at Nitte Institute of Architecture, what we do is we go beyond a single teacher approach. So in classes and courses that I do, and also others, what we try to do is bring in a lot of multiple stakeholders in the teaching profession. So meaning it's a mix of experts from the industry, experts from academics, and experts from diverse fields. So this is very important to me. Why is because in career, and when I have also seen in practice, the world is full of multi stakeholders now. So you no more are in industry with person of single expertise. So it's very important that we run courses and students get this idea that every expert brings together a lot of depth in the way they are shaping the profession. So there is a lot of trust building with the students that happen when you actually hear from the experts of the industry, and there's a mix. So it's not very boring only in terms of lectures and I'm just listening to this one teacher, but it's also interesting to hear stories from this expert who's coming from the industry. So that's how I try to balance studio courses and theory courses by bringing in a lot of experts into the course, which keeps it very keeps the course a little more exciting and relevant to the current field. So when they're out in this multi-stakeholder world, it's very easy for them to accommodate everyone's perspective. So yeah, I think that's how it works.
So, considering your experience in academics and practice, like what is the most significant challenges or opportunities architects or urban designers will face in the next 10 to 20 years?
So one is, it's a global world now. So it's not just about this one city that you belong to or this one country. You are going to be getting opportunities anywhere and everywhere now. So as a graduate or as somebody in the career of architecture, you are going to be in Paris, like for example I was, or you are going to be in a different city in India and not going to be in your local this thing. So one is that we no more are on a scale where projects are small. It's not just about bungalow design or a small apartment design anymore. The project scale has increased substantially, which is a challenge also, and it's an opportunity also. So with this comes in a lot of other fields of expertise that you can start looking into now. So as architects, you can't just only be designing a certain way. Or as urban designers, I can't just be looking at one area. But now, the opportunity is that your career cannot be a niche space for you. You will have to be adapting to a lot of things that are changing, in the current world, in the field of design, and start being relevant, because the scale of the projects is increasing, and that's when I'm answering that is where the opportunity is. So a lot more is needed in this field of design, and every designer has a lot to contribute in each project, because it's no more one person dependent or two-person dependent. Large teams are working on it. So there is a lot of scope and there is a lot of opportunity in this really fast changing world, and 10-20 years to come.
AI has been in the conversation for a few years. So how do you think that has impacted like urban design right now, and how will it impact it in the future?
So as architects and urban designers, we're always chasing deadlines. We are always short of time. The deadlines are always crazy, so you are just never free in practice. So AI also comes as a blessing, I would say, because you can now depend on this technical and post-production work where AI tools can help you in time management. But also because I have been trained from the time when AI was not that widespread. So I also heavily depend on my foundational design thinking, which is without the internet tools. So I still stick to that, and that helps me where I use AI just as a support. But when I find it difficult when students now use AI, very widely, but maybe should think of using it more responsibly and not to get dependent on it heavily. So that's a challenge that I'm facing as a teacher currently. But I think drawing a line of how and how much of AI you would want to use is the key and the mantra to balance, your foundational learnings and the use of technology, I feel.
So yeah, it's been nice talking to you. This is all we have time. So thank you for watching.